I replied to an advert, I think. It was an advert from Notting Hill, and say that they wanted volunteers. So I just rang Mandy, and Mandy brought me here to meet you. She thought we would get on well together. So we chatted briefly, and I came back the next week.
The thing that absolutely amazed me was that when he came, he'd sit down and we'd start talking. And a couple of hours later, we were going to be going home to go to the theatre or something. And I said to Jill, I haven't had a conversation with somebody for a couple of hours for years. Suddenly, you can relate to someone.
Well, we're doing the art class and people seem to be interested. Get away with everyday routine. As you grow older, you think, oh, you can't do anything and this and that. But when you come to the class and you achieve something, you feel very proud and you think, oh, you are somebody. It's like a social sort of thing as well, not just strictly like a kids, you're coming to the class and no, you have to do the work. It's nothing like that. It's very open. The main thing is live their life. They worked all their life and now it's time to live their life. I think, that's very, very important.
We're here today to go to Kew Garden in conjunction with Notting Hill Charity. Unfortunately, it's freezing out here today. I was always on the go, but when I retired, what do? Sit down watching television, go to the pub, have a few beverages. Of course, naturally, start putting on the weight. And when I met Philip, he said, come down, do some exercises. And after a couple of months exercises, I've had to buy all new clothes. Although you're doing the exercises, you don't feel as though you're doing the exercises. That's what helps.
11 years ago, I lost half my foot in a suicide attempt, and this has been my life since, really. Zainab just popped out of nowhere. I was in a right bad place. So I was told that this was supposed to be a 2-week recovery time, but I'm still recovering from it now. And I was housebound. My girlfriend lives 140 miles away, and so I was here on my own a lot. They stopped my benefits. They said that I was fit enough for work while I was laying on a hospital bed under 3 epidurals, having operations. So she helped me through my court case. I weren't in no state to be talking to these people because I found them very rude and impossible to deal with. Yeah, with Zainab, it was other little things which were more important than her actually doing my correspondence for me. Like when she'd speak to me, she'd have a chat with me about football. Instead of it all just being about the things that are getting me down, she'd mention, like, we both do a dream team for the football, so she'd always mention her dream team and how's mine getting on and things like that. It's just nice to talk to someone on a serious level, but still be able to talk to her about normal things, what I enjoy.
Unfortunately, I was diagnosed with cancer and have been going through chemotherapy for the last 2 years. Got into quite a bit of depression, stopped paying bills and stopped paying my rent. It was a really bad time in my life, and Omar stepped in and was the most supportive person I could ever have wished for. Omar applied for DHP, and it's made my journey with this illness a lot easier. I'm sleeping now and I'm happy now and I'm in such a good place, and that's all thanks to Omar and the fantastic team at Notting Hill Housing.
After taking some time off for an operation, I had to get back into work, obviously. So I retrained. I took my ACS again because it had run out, which is the accreditation certification scheme for gas safety. Put my CV back online and hey ho presto, got a call, which was almost immediate, from BSW. They seemed to like me, took me on. Being a tenant of Notting Hill and Genesis, it was just a coincidence that they were the contractors. The opportunity was fantastic. I was so grateful just to be out working because, you know, I'm not a stay-at-home queen. I like to be doing something, and focused on my gas industry was the way I always wanted to go.